It was at the bottom of the list of league tables. It was right at the very bottom. It had the poorest attendance figures, it had the poorest number of GCSEs per youngster, it had the highest number of youngsters leaving school without any qualifications at all. It was really at the bottom of the heap, and something had to be done about it.
The worst school in Britain. The ultimate challenge for a government which insists that raising educational standards is its top priority. Pupils come from 2 estates in Newcastle, from an area of long-term unemployment, black economy, hard drugs, broken homes. In September last year, Blakelaw Comprehensive was given what's called a fresh start. A new name, Furfield Community School, and an ambitious new head, Carol McAlpine, a high flyer with a reputation for dealing with failing schools. She's moved her family down from Scotland to take up her toughest challenge yet, making a success of Furfield.
I take risks, I'm up front with everyone, I go at things at 100 miles an hour, and it doesn't worry me if I have to work 18-hour days, if I have to work 7-day weeks, because I really enjoy what I'm doing. But behind the smile and the light-hearted approach to things, there's an iron will that gets what she wants.
Are you ruthless?
Yes. At the end of the day, I'm ruthless. And if there's something I want to get, I will go out to get it in a ruthless way, no matter what. And you know, if someone sets themselves against me, woe betide them.
Carol's been given an extra £2.5 million to sort the school out, but in return she's got to deliver. She's got to convince more parents to send their children to the school, she's got to cut truancy and absenteeism, and she's got to improve results in key areas: literacy, numeracy and GCSE passes. She's got 5 years to hit the targets, aware that the most powerful figures in British education will be scrutinising her every move. And she begins with a staff that's 2/3 new.
Good morning. Welcome to Furfield Community School. We've waited months to say that to you, and it's super to see you here, bright, cheery, and everyone in the uniform you've chosen. I hope you like the new building. We have 130 computers for you. It's all new. Home economics, it's all new. I really want you to look after it. I want you to take a pride in it. I'm proud this morning to be the head teacher of Furfield Community School. I hope you're proud to be the first students that walk through the door.
Come on then, let's go for a walk. Right, leave your bag there then. Get your hands out your pockets. Can I hold my hand or? John, you're going too far in front of me. You're right here because you're my left-hand man.
Deputy Head Lynn Ackland is a veteran of tough inner-city schools and was among Carol's first appointments. From day one, she launched a blitz on discipline, dress, punctuality and manners.
Right, stop, turn right. Thank you, boys. Kind of you to open the door for me.
You're welcome.
If this was going out at night, it wouldn't be this slow, would it? No. Right, shall we go on a hunt? Come on then. Let's go on a mission. We'll go on a mission, see who else is wandering about. See if we can catch any smokers. Where do they hang out then?
These 11-year-olds don't realise it, but as the new intake at Furfield, they represent the acid test for the school, its new head and the government's Fresh Start policy.
Anybody's got any chewing gum, would they like to spit that in? You need a pencil and a rubber, and that's all. Everything else can go on the floor.
Head of English George Cuthbertson can have no illusions about the scale of the task. He's got 5 years to prepare these new pupils for GCSEs. They've just left primary school barely able to read.
And you'll see that there's a sentence beginning with the words, you drink from a. Cup, 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 cup. Did we all say? Well, take
Carol
your
has
pencil.
instructed George to conduct a basic literacy test.
Okay, take your time. You've got 20 minutes. There's no rush. That's plenty of time to finish. Okay, John? Off you go then. If you get stuck, raise a hand and we'll come and help you. All ready, Martin? My God.
If Carol is to meet her literacy targets, 7W will need to make giant strides. The first job is to find out just how far they've got to go. Another of Carol's targets is to get school numbers up.
I'm dying, man.
11-year-old Joe Brown's mum is desperate to get him a place.
Keegan, lie down. Lie down.
Although the family council house backs onto Furfield, getting a place at the school isn't guaranteed.
So which school were you excluded from?
Both.
You've been excluded from Denton Park and from Hilton Primary. And why were you excluded from Hilton Primary?
I was walking up the steps and
Can you please look at me when you're speaking? Can you take your hands out your mouth?
I was walking up the steps and I dropped my bag and the teacher said I swear at him.
Right. Let's have the full story. Why were you excluded from Hilton Primary? There must have been more than one
I can't
incident.
remember because it was ages ago.
You can't remember. Can you remember, Miss Grillis?
It was just cheeking the way he spoke to people, swearing, and then he was supposed to hit somebody with a bag and he denied it.
Was it for violence towards staff or assault or?
I think it was like assault.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
I
And
can't
when?
be certain, like,
So he's not been on the school roll anywhere, just been at home.
because I said there was nothing I could do.
Right.
If I was entitled to a tutor, it would be 2 days a week for an hour or something. But they never ever got back to us to sort
So how do
me.
you feel about this? What do you feel?
Well, he's losing a lot of schooling, you know what I mean?
So what makes you think you want to come to Furfield Community School?
Because I didn't hardly know one that in my last school know that.
Hardly know one, what?
Speak up.
Can't hear you. What makes you think you could be good here? Hmm? You don't know.
Will you speak?
You don't know. Right. Okay. Now, we've got a picture now, I think, of the problem, okay, and your problem. I want to talk about it with everybody that's involved so that if you do come to Furfield, we really know how we're going to support him and keep him here. Is that fair?
Mhm.
All right, so we need to make sure for him and for you that we get something right.
Right.
All right, and we'll try and work together to get that worked out. I mean, being permanently excluded from 2 schools is quite an achievement. But 11. Part of the problem in any education system, and I don't think there's any authority in England that would be any different, is that there are children that are lost. And they've been excluded permanently from schools, and the parents are just desperate, like that woman was desperate really, to get her child somewhere for something, because I mean, after all, she's got to look after him for the entire day when she's not here.
Carol now has the results of the 11-year-old's reading test.
Year 7, we've just tested, did a Suffolk reading test on them. 90 students.
They underlined the size of her challenge.
85% are below their chronological age. 55% are 2 years and more below. 45% are 3 years and more. And 15% are 4 years and more. We have 3 non-readers in that number. Now, that's a big thing we have to tackle.
Rocky kicked the ball to Tesla. Tony.
Let's read that line again. Rocky kicked.
8.
11-year-old Leanne has the reading age of a 6-year-old.
Superb.
A good try.
Nearly. A good. What are the first two letters?
Through the open window.
Let's try that one, right? A good.
Try.
What are the first two letters?
Thing.
What?
Thing.
A good thing. Smashing.
The window was open, said Mr. Belter.
Furfield School desperately needs new pupils to survive. The head has been charged with doubling school numbers in 5 years, but Joe Brown's application has been rejected. Furfield say his needs are beyond their resources.
They just said they couldn't accept him for his behaviour. And I think they said they didn't have enough special needs. I'm sure it was something like that. I mean, if it was me keeping him off school, I would sure be like either getting a fine or took to court.
Would you like him to be in court?
Yes, so keep him off the streets. And I'd know where he was.
Now, where I am at the Lego Centre,
But I don't know what trouble you're getting into.
playing on planets.
Just think you should be there. Somebody should be doing something.
There's a fight, you know.
There's a pony! There's a pony!
When it's really, really cold outside and it's often very, very frosty, winter! It's winter, and we often say the temperature is
73.
0 degrees, it's so cold.
If Carol McAlpine is to keep her promise to improve results, she needs to introduce drastic measures. A deal with the local education authority for extra money means she's been able to cut class sizes.
Just calm down.
0 degrees. Christopher. If it gets
Today, 7W has 2 maths teachers for just 12 pupils. Even so, the problems are profound.
2 degrees below 0 is -2.
Christopher.
So
Right,
if
I'll
3
go.
degrees below 0 is -3. But it's the minus which is important.
Right, John.
All right? It's minus. That's what
Take
we're going to
that
say. What
away.
does minus mean? Yeah, that's how we make it. But what does minus mean? Donna, pay attention. What does minus mean? Donna with me?
Yeah.
All right.
Positive numbers are more.
Minus means below
Yes.
zero. Below
So from the
Someone
six,
said
minus
zero
7
equals
plus
minus
3
means below zero. Can you
minus
remember that?
4,
You promise?
nothing, and 5. Which
Right.
ones are the negative numbers?
Good boy.
Whatever fresh start the education authorities can offer Fairfield, Fairfield cannot offer a fresh start to Joe Brown. At the age of 11, no school is prepared to take him, and the stress of boring days at home is beginning to tell on him and his mum.
I can't have put it away. You'll have to wait till I come back. You'll have to put that in the week out there with me.
Come here, Mama.
I'll do it.
I want to take me to school.
I'll do it when I come back.
Where you going, Nick?
Out.
Will I get to school? I want it for school. I want it for school, man. Morgan, can you?
Go on, son.
My Alvin, I can't read, all right?
Joe wants to go to school, but all Newcastle Council is providing is 5 hours a week at a special unit for excluded children.
Yes, I am in the it is my boy, said Kevin.
Lovely. That good?
11-year-old Kirsty has a reading age of under 6.
I'll give you that one, right? The ball went through.
Through the open window,
With the open window.
Mr.
Remember the teacher's name?
Belter.
That's right, Mr. Belder, that's right.
Belter.
We'll go up and see how English is doing.
Carol's targets under Fresh Start demand a 25% improvement in literacy.
Excuse me. What are we doing?
Head of English George Cuthbertson must deliver.
Oh, great. Well, Wellington Square. Yeah, it's great. What are we up to?
George is one of the few survivors of the old Blake Law
Oh, this
regime,
isn't very good, is
and
it?
some old habits die hard.
What's this about?
Against Carol's new policy,
What's this about?
he's just set lines.
Oh, not happy here. Not happy here. Excuse me a second. Excuse me, Mr. Lines. You get on and have a wee look at what's in your book.
Have you finished that?
You know what to do. Have you read? What have you been reading in the book?
Chapter 12.
Well, you go on and read the next bit of your book. I don't want to see you with these in class. Can I give you these, Josh? Thank you.
You read that line?
Big problem there was that that boy was sitting doing lines in that class, and I have specifically said to staff that you must not give youngsters lines. It's against the children's charter to give them something meaningless like that. And he had finished his piece of work, and in fact the lines had been issued by that teacher. So, you know, I just quietly said to showed the teacher that, who said, oh, has he finished his work? And then I gave him it and said, you know, that's not. But I did it in such a way so the youngster couldn't see that. You know, the teacher was being reprimanded, but can't have that, I'm sorry. You know, and everyone's on task in there, and there's a nice atmosphere in that class, but no, that's why I do this sort of thing, because that's when you pick all of that up.
Joe, you better get your stuff ready.
Hey.
I got my clothes ready.
Nah. You put them on, you can keep them on for the day.
Shut up, man. Are you mad? You're doing it from yesterday. You daft, are you mad?
People see all right, don't, because I will burst you, I'm telling you. Get in. I'll kill you, Joe, I'm telling you. I bet you had to do your son. I will have to kill him.
What's it like living with Joe then?
Bad. I feel like they ain't got the social services and put them there. because they're proper telling. They've got no respect for anybody. They talk to you like a piece of dirt. I'm not climbing over there. You better get over here now. Get over! Get over now. Go on. Let him go when his father comes in. He's not going to school, but let him go. Watch when his father comes in. What? Had it, you. Had it, son. Because you'll be in and you'll get a bell, not a hand. I'll tell you what it is, what, get over there.
I suppose if he was at school, none of this would happen.
Clever, dear. You'll be clever with me, son. Aye. Get in. First you try and show me up in front of people. Get up now, get up! Try and be funny with me, eh? Eh? Get in that room now. Get in. Get in. You're going to school like you're all right. Okay, what you say? Get in the towel. Shorts now. Quick! Quick! You want to piss around down the road? You do it! Hurry up! Trying to be funny in front of people. I bet he's not out the night.
Huh? You might get done, it's on camera.
Not really bothered, son.
It's only the second week of the new term, and Carol has a startling announcement to make to Fairfield School.
Good morning. Have a seat. I'd like to talk to you this morning about Fresh Start. It's not been just a fresh start for you. It's a fresh start for me. And I really want to share something with you this morning to help you understand why I'm here and one or two things that will unfold in one or two of the newspapers in the next couple of days. I came to Newcastle for a fresh start because of a real personal tragedy in my family life. My ex-husband, who I've not seen for just over a year, was convicted last year and sent to prison for child abuse. Now that was a real shock to me and my family. I had been married to this man for over 18 years and had no idea about it. It was devastating. But I could easily have hidden. I felt like hiding. Things were going fine up until the day before yesterday, and I got a telephone call from a journalist on the Chronicle to say that she had not very good news for me, that she was going to run a story about my ex-husband. I said it was very unfair, this was old news, this had happened over a year ago, why are they going to do it now? And they said it's because I have such a high profile with this first Fresh Start school. And it's important that you take a lesson from it. Fresh starts don't always mean that people don't remember what's happened in the past. And those of you who were students in Blakelaw and, had a bit of a checkered past, you have to do the same as I've been able to do and I'm trying to do, is make it a fresh start for you. And you can do that by coming on time, coming in your uniform, doing as your teacher asks you to do, trying hard, so that we can all have a fresh start together. And we won't let these people get us down. Thank you. Okay, there it is. Which page? Oh God, the photograph's dreadful, isn't it? Yeah, it's exactly as they told me yesterday, word for word. It's almost just exactly as we agreed, yeah. No, it's okay. I think it's probably the best we could have hoped for, don't you think?